Today I thought I'd give everybody a little bit of a tour of my office. So this is a sign out front for the Daegu CID office. I've got my own fancy little sign down there as the commander, and then my detachment sergeant, and then my local national. Over here we've got our parking lot and our building, and if you can look off in the distance there, those buildings with the round tops, that's actually my apartment, so I'm really not that far from my house to work. Out here in the hallway, we've got kind of our command board with photographs of everybody in the chain of command. Starts off at the top with the president and the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of the Army, and then it goes to the Army's chain of command for the Chief of Staff of the Army, then my commanding general and the group commander and my battalion commander, and then me, because my guys are funny like that. And then in here we've got my office. I've always been really big on having my own stuff in my office because I want my office to be mine. So I've gathered things throughout the years that have slowly gotten more and more and more, and you can see all the hats there in the background. A lot of my personal stuff from my journey through the Army just is around the room. So I want to kind of take you around the room a little bit and show you what I got, the stuff that I've gathered over the years. Up here on the top, this is a photograph from 2000, back when I was in Bosnia. Up here in the corner, you can see little old me, not the tall one, the short one. But that was me back when I was a private deployed to Bosnia with the 3rd Armored Cavalry. This was a plaque that all the soldiers that went to Bosnia with my unit got. The chain of command purchased those for everybody. Over here is my going away plaque after I became a CID agent in Hawaii. They had a paddle, and then they had this. This is the one that I picked that I wanted as my going away. And then before I went to school, I actually got this from the agent in charge of the office. It was a nice little going away pen because I'd been an intern there for about a year and a half before I went to school. And then I've got some stuff hanging on the walls there from a few events that I've participated in. No, we're not really standing in front of the White House. That was a nice superimposing by a friend of mine. There I am way over on the left, but this is after we graduated from Protective Service Training School. Up here is when I was in the Netherlands. That's the special agent in charge of the Netherlands branch office. It's a license plate from Europe. For the last year, I was the only man at the office, so I was the agent in charge. And this is my going away plaque from Fort Bragg. If you'll notice that in appreciation for your outstanding dedication and leadership as the SUV NGC team chief. Thank you, Jenny. Down here, I've got some different name tags that I've had from various offices around the world throughout my career. Did a Tough Mudder a long time ago. I'm a little too broken to do that anymore. And then I've got my Star Wars paraphernalia around the room because I admitted I'm a nerd. And then up here, this is a flag that I got from when I was in Bosnia. These were all the nations that were participating in the campaign there. And then reflecting back on the good old days when I was an artillery soldier. And I have a lot of hats. I don't wear hats a lot, but I like to get hats wherever I go. So pretty much every place I went to in Iraq, I got a hat. Everywhere I went to in Europe, I got a hat. So my collection is growing and growing, and I'm pretty sure over the years it will keep growing until I probably run out of space. These are all patches that I've gotten from random places. I've got some from Sheriff's Office, from the NYPD. The middle ones there, those are from the Ukraine when I did a protective service mission, and then some patches from Italian Carabinieri soldiers from when I deployed. And then up on the top right, you can see a donkey. That was a self-made patch for the unit that I participated in that deployment with. CID patch, and then you can see the Army Crime Labs patch because their official mascot is Mickey Mouse. And I've even got a Korean flag up here that was actually from my deployment to Iraq, so I've had that for a while. This was a reward poster I got in Iraq for a soldier that was missing. We were trying to get some information to find out where he was after he'd been captured, killed, and buried. We just didn't know where to find him. These are all my coins that I've gotten. That is actually an Air Force badge, the plaque on the back of that. I found that in a closet in the Netherlands, so I decided to steal it. This is the CID Special Agent Oath. I've had that in every office I've had for the past 15 years. I've always made sure that I hang that up. My graduation certificate from my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And then my promotion certificate to Chief Warrant Officer 2. That's got the Secretary of the Army signature on there. And then I'm also a member of the Sons of the American Revolution. I was able to trace my lineage back to an actual Revolutionary War soldier. And then I've got some random parts from the artillery days, things that were getting thrown away, but that I decided to keep. Mugs that I've gotten through across the years. That one's from the Ukraine. The other one's from Special Operations Pacific. That's from Neuschwanstein Castle. That's another one from the Ukraine. And then this is one for the kids. So kids, if you want to make me some more pictures, I can put them in there into that mug. And then other random components and pins and things that I have gathered throughout the years. And then some coins that did not quite fit on the rack. And then one of the last things that I've had in my office for the past 8-9 years or so, this little guy. He's not just a toy. I mean, it's a howitzer. It's reflecting back on my old days as an artilleryman. But that thing is the best paperweight when trying to hold down pages in reviewing a case. I love this little guy. He's got to be on my desk everywhere I go.